Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Chef Daal. In the last episode, I taught you how to make Daal Makhani restaurant style, where we had the dal simmering over the stove for a long period of time for that really good and rich goodness. Well, I have another recipe, and this one is a little faster, but it tastes almost as good. Today, we're gonna do a quicker Daal Makhani, rich, creamy, and delicious. So without any further ado, let's cook! So now we're going to make the Daal Makhani that doesn't really deviate a lot from the previous recipe. How do we save time? For one, in the previous recipe, you're supposed to soak the dal for about 8 hours overnight, so you want to get the dal to kind of plump up. Well, I'm going to show you another shortcut. To make Daal Makhani, you're going to need urad dal or black gram lentils, which you can get from the local Indian store. The magic ratio, 1 3/4 cup urad dal to 1/4 cup of red kidney beans. Wash under cold running water, strain, cover with water and leave it to come to a boil on the stove. Once the lentils have come to a boil, turn it off and let the lentils come down to room temperature. Soon you'll see that the lentils have plumped up and it's almost like you soaked it overnight. Strain this as this liquid is not required. Cover with water. Make sure you cover it by about a couple of inches, and you can use your finger to guesstimate if you'd like. Put this back on the flame, cover, and bring to a boil. Now, if you really want to speed up the process, you could use a pressure cooker if you'd like. You get fairly good results. Me personally, I like to boil it. I don't think it takes that long, but it's up to you. Once your dal has reached a boil, turn the flame down to low. Use your cast iron griddle to act as a heat diffuser, place your lentils on it, and let it simmer slowly. In about 45 minutes, your dal will get a consistency like a thick porridge, and this is exactly what we're looking for. Now, when we learned about making Daal Makhani restaurant style, we added the ingredients directly to the dal as it was cooking. And we needed to give the ingredients that time to cook so that it would lose its raw flavor. We're going to cut that process by actually frying these ingredients. So instead of adding it directly to the dal, we're going to fry it first, allow it to cook, and then add it to the dal. And that's when the cooking time cuts down a lot. In a hot pan, melt some ghee. Add some garlic paste and some ginger paste. You want to stir this continuously as you don't want the paste to burn. Once the sizzling starts to subside and the fat starts leaving the sides of the masala, you know it's cooked. It's time to add your spice powders, starting with coriander powder, red chili powder, turmeric powder, and paprika, also known as degi mirch. Now this is the point where you're going to have to be the most vigilant. You're going to have to constantly stir because the spices could easily burn. You're also going to have to add a little bit of water from time to time. This process is going to help us cook out the raw, harsh flavors of the spice powders. There you go. We've achieved this paste-like consistency. It's cooked because the fat is now leaving the spices. It's time to add our tomatoes. Now I like using canned tomato puree mixed in with a little bit of canned tomato paste. That gives the dal this really nice tangy zest, and you don't get that with fresh tomatoes. Dilute it with a little bit of water to help it cook. Bring this to a boil. It's now time to add our lentils. Mix this well. Put it back on our griddle, which acts as the heat diffuser, and leave it on slow flame for the flavors to marry. dal is cooking along fine, and of course we have to add that one ingredient that gives the dal its name, and it's good flavor and creamy goodness. Of course, I'm talking about butter. Oh yeah, how much butter do you add again? It depends entirely on you. You can put as much as your conscience will allow you to do, because this dal can take it. It can take as much butter as you throw at it. And if this is any indicator, I definitely have no conscience. That's a lot of butter there. The final ingredients we add to bring out the flavor: kasuri methi and a little bit of garam masala. Brings out the flavor of the dal beautifully. And the last ingredient, cream. Again, as much cream as your conscience will allow you. Don't worry about it. You're not making this dal every day. This is a festive dal. It's like having cake. Okay, it has just about as much calories as cake. It's calorie, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, enjoy it, relish it. Do it once in a while, live in moderation, life is good. Let the Daal Makhani simmer on slow flame till it's time to serve. Serve in a bowl, and if all the butter we added wasn't enough, we're gonna garnish it with more butter. This dal is phenomenal. It is really tasty, and you can hardly tell the difference from the dal that we made restaurant style that we cooked for a long period of time. Either ways you try it, Daal Makhani is a true indulgence, great for festive occasions, and I really do hope you get a chance to try this out. This is Chef Daal signing out, wishing one and all happy eating.